Hey guys, Grassman here. I know I just did a Subterfuge video, but this is going to be a shorter video anyway, and tomorrow we'll be back to the normal, like, minor gun builder, other normal videos. So, the main reason I'm making this video is so I can come back to it and learn about and think back on important things I've learned. Because something very critical just happened to me. I got an offer from Thomas, so right now, Thomas, Kevin, King Dong, and Greenie, I've got naps with all of them, non-aggression packs, and Strasky is the only one I don't. The other 4 players are out. I'm at 37 Neptunium, and I'm funding King Dong. That's where the game stands. These guys are very good allies of mine, and Red's also a good ally. As you can see, he's like giving me this generator. I'm letting him keep this one. I'm in the middle of like a trade. Kevin's gonna give me his princess, and I'm gonna give him the two saboteurs. But so important things I've realized. So basically, what happened? Thomas had a really interesting plan. So I've been thinking, and our alliance is hella big. I think we could do to staunch some of the competition and shrink the alliance. I mean, Kevin's going to be weak once he kings, and Red is a poor strategist. If we talked to Purple and got him, so you're saying turn on Kevin, turn on King. So what he's implying is, now that Kevin's gone a king and lost his hypnotist, all of his shields are down. So what he's implying is, what if we invade Kevin, or Kevin, kill him, and then also finish off Red? That would eliminate 2 of the biggest competitors, and it would only leave Orange and Purple. If we talk with Purple and we have him help us kill these 2 players, then the 3 of us get first, second, third, and Orange just survives to 4th. We could invade him after if we wanted. But because there's like, our alliance is basically, this was like the alliance, blue, green, and red. So both blues, Kevin and King Dong. That's 4 of the 6 remaining players. So he was suggesting team with Strasky and turn on Kevin and King Dong. What I suggested instead was, it's a good idea, but I think you, me, and Kevin would be better. Red said he won't get involved in the war with Purple. So if we kill Purple first and then finish Red and Orange, we still win and you don't break your friendship with Kev. These guys are friends from previous games. He says, good point, I like the way you think. The first info I got was from Haz, a player who actually had to leave the game because someone else was chasing me here. He said, information 1, do not break a non-aggression pact, and 2, democracy is important. Which is something I did not realize yet. I would have lost. I'm going to end up first in this game, because I'm at this point, I've got 4 friends, Strasky's neutral, I am going to end up first, it just depends who's going to end up second. At this point, like, if I wanted, you see, I have like almost 600 guys at this moment, and I'm about to get another one of these, this thing, generator. So if I wanted, for 100, 200, 300, I could amass my troops, build 4 mines, and win in 2 days. It's only come down to, at this point, who gets second and third, until mine time expires, and how long until mine expires. Because if I keep getting buildings, it's going to be less time. So at this point, so what got me to this point? Democracy did. I wasn't talking to players. I think I messaged, like, Red. And I had messaged Red, and that was it. Kevin brung me in. He messaged me asking for a nap initially, and then he also said he had been talking to Thomas and some others. He also said Pink was AFK. That led us to invade Pink up here. Me, Kev, Thomas, so Kevin, Thomas, and Red to all become my friends. And for us to then invade, me to help him invade Olive, which gave me territory down here. And for me to help Thomas invade Brown. And who was the other player we knocked out? T-Scrub. So I was moving in for his territory. I was up here, a whole bunch of area around here is his, or was his. So it was only because of Kevin I have the alliance with Thomas, Kevin, and King Dong. If not for them, I would likely be at war with Thomas and likely would have died by now. In the meantime, we're so trustworthy, I'm sending him a bunch of stuff, expecting him to drop the shields and send his guys away so my 1 generator here can go ran. We've done a trade, which took a lot of pre-planning. It was hard to do that. We have to be able to trust each other enough for that I know he's not going to take my troops and invade me. So it's taken a lot of planning. They also naturally have to be scared that I've already built a mine, and I've got a tycoon here, and this guy is a smuggler. I'm going to send him up here and build a second tycoon. I'm already getting 6 units every 5 hours, 20 minutes. This could drop it to 6 units every, 3.5 or 4 hours. That is going to make me incredibly strong and, the biggest threat ever. So me being able to trust that they're not going to invade me, and them being able to trust me that I'm not going to invade them, is really important. Democracy is the main thing of this game. I'm going to get very powerful right away, but I'm not going to kill them, because all I really care about is first. And friendships. If I drop from first to second, but I'm able to maintain a good relationship with someone I might be playing another game against, that could be very vital. Because that means... Because Thomas is already friends with Kevin. There's no point in him dropping that good friendship for a weaker friendship with Stratsky. Me, Kevin, Thomas are already have a very strong friendship. There's no point in him invading Kevin when we can use Kevin to invade Stratsky. So, not breaking that friendship would be a meaningless thing to do. It'd be a very pointless and dumb thing to do. Not necessarily that he's dumb, it was just a mistake to think of that. Because the number one thing is probably relationships. It doesn't matter if you're in first, if you're going to get invaded and die. Another thing, I built this way too early, and everyone said, I think it was Brown said, Kevin said, Thomas said, I think King Dong or Greeny said, it was at least 3 people told me it was a dumb idea to have built a mine so soon. I know there were 2, I think it was at least 3. And I admit, I screwed up. But because and at the time, Schwifter wasn't eliminated, but even just between the 7 of us, me, Thomas, Kevin, and King Dong were all allies, so I knew because of my giant alliance that we were fine. I would have lost this game and likely been in a war probably with Thomas, because he's so close to me, had it not been for Kevin being friends with him and talking to me and getting so involved. For next games, I know the strategy is talk to other people. If I can get on, even if it's not an alliance of 4 people, if I have 5 allies and they don't know I've talked to the other allies, then if I'm ever in a war with someone, I can call in 5 people, or I can call in 3 or 4 as backup. I can get defense. If you look at me, the saboteurs came from another guy, and the princess, they were all sent over by, Brown. These are all the specialists I've taken. I got a navigator first, not knowing what I would do. Then I got, I believe, a smuggler, who I promoted to a tycoon. Then I got an electrician. Then I got an inspector, so I can do the navigator-inspector thing, send him out, bring him back, recharge the shield. Then I got a second tinkerer and a smuggler. Or a smuggler and then a second tinkerer. And now I'm going to get a second tycoon. I have played this game nothing but defensively. I have gone, I've invaded a little bit here and a little bit over here, but I've not been at a proper big war. I have been really stocking up on support guys, though. All of my guys here are all support. This is support, and he's going to become another support guy. These are support, giving the energy, and this one's, debatable, and this one's probably a defensive guy. But it's all been support and defense. I don't really have an attack guy, other than maybe Navigator, and the saboteurs that were gifted to me, which I'm already trading away for another princess. He's going to be sending this princess to me. So, the number one thing I learned, the number one thing I've learned in this game is that I've realized that had it not been for Kevin initiating dialogue with me and me working with Thomas and King Dong because of that, I probably would have been working with Red anyway. But if it was not for Kevin talking to me and talking to Blue, I'd likely be in a war with at least Blue, maybe both of them, and be losing. So, I know now, democracy, I should be talking to all 10 players on the first day. Even just in my own little chats. I don't have to tell them I'm talking to other people. I should be talking to everyone so I can get at least some sort of neutral relationship. Because a neutral relationship, if you talk ahead of time, it's going to give me the ability to talk to them later and have them think, well, he's reached out to me, he's maybe a friend. He's at least neutral. And neutral having talked, not just neutral not having spoken. I didn't even try to speak to Hoon. Not that he reached out to me either. And I didn't try to speak to anyone. I initiated dialogue with very few people. It was mainly because of Kevin, I technically started the Kevin, Thomas, King Dong thing, but it was only because of Kevin talking to me that I was able to likely win this match. It's still not guaranteed, but there's only 2 other people drilling, and I'm still far ahead. But so I've learned, A, democracy is, like, the most important thing. And B, support troops are really good. I've learned the support things are, like, really OP. Tycoons are, like, amazingly strong. Because it's bringing it down from 8 hours to 5 hours, 20 minutes. That's 2 hours and 40 minutes off every production cycle. That's basically an extra 6 troops. That's more than an extra 6 troops every 24 hours. That's maybe close to another, like, 6 and, like, a half production cycle. But the other thing I've learned is democracy is important, and I have to talk to people ahead of time. I would not have done that, and I would have lost this game because of it. So, I mean, I should thank Kevin, but that is the main thing I've learned. Support troops and talk to people. Talk to people and keep your alliances. There's no point, even Red. Like, spoke to... when I was convincing Thomas, I even said, well, why don't we team with Kevin to kill Strasky? Red's not going to join, so we don't have to worry about him getting stronger. And if we don't tell Orange, we don't have to worry about him getting too much stronger either. 3 of us can conquer it. I'm getting first, Thomas is in second. If Kevin gets third, or if Kevin and Thomas want to fight for second or third, I'm fine with that. I'm getting first regardless. Even if at the end they both turned on me, there wouldn't be much I could do. Then it's just depending, do we want to kill King Dong and Greenie, or do we want to let them keep playing for 4th or 5th? But Strasky is the main worry right now. And if we team with Strasky, well then there's 4 of us. Like the 4 superpowers, me, Thomas, Kevin, and Strasky. Greenie's not too much of a worry, he's just too small. He's probably got 600 because he's probably got a minister. Or some tinkerers or something. I still don't have a minister, and I'm at almost 600 because I have the 2 tinkerers. So, like, that's the decision. Do we fight Kevin and break it up and try and do with Strasky, or do we keep the alliance and we kill Strasky? And I think going after Strasky is the much better option. So, that's kind of mainly what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to review on that conversation with Thomas. And be able to, like, inform myself for the future. If I've done something wrong, I probably didn't talk enough. Because I'm even thinking about this from someone else's perspective. Like, or from my perspective in a future game. When I'm being betrayed by 3 guys, I probably, because this was me and Thomas talking to Strasky about betraying Kevin, who me and Thomas have been friends with for a long time now. So, I'm thinking for the future, when I'm being invaded by 3 guys, what did I do wrong? But, yeah, this was going to be a shorter video anyway. I think I'm about done. I think I can already guess the way this is going to work out. Me, Thomas, and Kevin, now that I've convinced Thomas, are likely going to go after Strasky. We're likely going to go after Strasky, and then we're probably going to finish off... And I don't know if we'll finish off red and orange, but at least then we'll have 1, 2, 3 solid. And that's another thing. You don't have to turn on your allies at any point. There is a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd pages, each with medals, and if you click on a person, you can see their medals. Kevin's played 5 games, and he's got first twice, no seconds or thirds. This is my first game ever. Thomas, 13 games, 3 firsts, 1 third. That's likely going to change this game as he's going to need a 2nd or 3rd. So, you can... And that's an important thing, because if that wasn't there, deception would be very prevalent in this game. Naps being broken would happen all the time, as one player gets close to winning and the others try and kill them. But because of 2nd and 3rd, a 2 or 3-person alliance can solidly get 1st, 2nd... Like, a 3-person alliance can solidly get 1st, 2nd, and promise someone else 3rd. You guys can have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 3 of us can get 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and turn on them. I don't have to worry about Thomas invading me, because I know Thomas knows, and Thomas also knows, that I am strong enough that just me and him could likely kill most of the rest of the board. Probably. If all other 4 people were working against us, we might have problems. But he knows I'm strong enough I can hold myself, and I'm going to end the game in probably about 8 days or so, depending if I build a 2nd mine or not, and how many more nodes I claim. And Kevin knows a similar thing with Thomas and me. we're strong enough that he doesn't have to worry about losing. He can guarantee himself third as long as Greeny or Strasky doesn't get in his way. Which is probably why he's so concerned about killing Strasky. Everyone's probably realized by now that no one's surpassing me unless I get invaded, but to anyone who knows the plan, which is, at this point, Kevin, King Dong, and Thomas, we've got that strong thing. Orange named Greeny, and Strasky probably know I'm going to get first because I'm too close with these people and they're not going to invade me. So my first is pretty much locked in, which is really good for a first game. But, so now it comes down to who gets second and third. So, there's no point in giving it to Strasky rather than Kevin. We can promise it to Kevin and we still have our alliance. And, unfortunately, that is the problem with having a 4-person alliance, there is no fourth ward. But we can bring 2 people along for the ride, which is why the democracy in this game works. So, at the moment, it seems we're going to get Strasky next. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow it's going to be back to normal videos. Probably a miner gun builder in the morning, which I'll record tonight because I have school in the morning. So miner gun builder tomorrow, and I don't know, Solar Smash in the afternoon. But hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe. If I'm watching this back from the future, remember, democracy and support units are the strongest, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.